They should be here. The mathematics predicted it. The probabilities screamed it across the cosmos. In a universe teeming with trillions of stars and countless more planets, the silence is the loudest sound of all. Every direction we point our telescopes, every frequency we scan, we find only the quiet hum of cosmic background radiation, the echo of a creation event that seems to have birthed a universe almost entirely devoid of intelligence. Or so it seems. But what if the silence is not emptiness? What if it is a warning? What if the galaxy is a dark forest, and to make a sound is to invite the hunter? This is not a theory of absence, but a theory of fear. The great cosmic question of where everybody is might have a chillingly simple answer. They are hiding. Hiding from something that stalks the void, something that has silenced the civilizations that came before us. The galaxy has been around for billions of years, ample time for countless species to rise, to conquer their star systems, to spread across the interstellar medium. Their radio waves should be washing over us, a chorus of different cultures and technologies. Yet we hear nothing. Not a single, unambiguous, intelligently crafted signal has ever been confirmed. We stand on our tiny blue marble, shouting into a cosmic cathedral, and hearing not even a whisper in return. It is a profound and unnerving quiet that stretches from one end of the horizon to the other, a stillness that feels heavy, ancient, and watchful. The darkness between the stars is not empty. It is full of this deafening silence, a silence that asks a terrible question. Consider the age of the universe. If you were to compress its entire history into a single year, our species would appear only in the last few seconds of December 31st. Other stars, other planets, had a head start of millions, even billions of years. Where are their empires, their Dyson spheres, their galactic federations? Why do we not see the evidence of their existence painted across the night sky? One explanation is the Great Filter, a concept that suggests there is some barrier, some incredibly difficult step in the evolution of life that is almost impossible to overcome. This filter could be anywhere on the timeline of life. It could be the very origin of life itself, the spontaneous jump from inanimate chemistry to self-replicating organisms, a process so improbable it may have happened only once. It could be the leap from simple prokaryotic cells to complex eukaryotic cells with their intricate internal machinery, a pivotal moment that took over 1 billion years to occur on Earth. It could be the development of multicellular life, a seemingly simple step that may be astronomically rare. Perhaps the development of language and abstract thought is the barrier. Or maybe the filter is always ahead. It might be a technological challenge or a self-destructive tendency that no civilization has ever managed to survive. The invention of nuclear weapons, the creation of uncontrolled artificial intelligence, the engineering of a planet-killing pandemic, the exhaustion of planetary resources. The list of potential self-inflicted apocalypses is long and grows with every new technology we create. The discovery of simple life on Mars would be a joyous moment, but the discovery of ancient ruins, the bones of a long-dead civilization on a nearby world, would be the most terrifying discovery in human history. It would mean the filter is yet to come, and our odds of survival are tragically low. They reached for the stars and found only oblivion. It would mean that every civilization, upon reaching a certain technological threshold, inevitably destroys itself, and we are simply next in line. Perhaps the answer is less dramatic, but no less profound. Perhaps the conditions for life are far rarer than we imagine. The rare Earth hypothesis suggests that the specific circumstances of our planet, from its molten core, creating a magnetic shield to protect us from solar radiation, to the presence of a large moon stabilizing our axial tilt and creating the tides, are an astronomical fluke. A perfect storm of cosmic coincidences that made complex life possible here, and perhaps almost nowhere else. Our solar system itself seems uniquely stable. Our star, the Sun, is a relatively calm and long-lived G-type star, not prone to the violent flares of smaller red dwarfs or the short lifespans of larger, hotter stars. We are situated in the galactic habitable zone, a narrow band far from the chaotic and radiation-blasted galactic core, but close enough to be seated with the heavy elements forged in ancient supernovas. Our gas giants, particularly Jupiter, are positioned perfectly to act as cosmic bodyguards, deflecting countless comets and asteroids that would otherwise have impacted Earth, sterilizing it time and again. Even our planet's geology is critical. Plate tectonics, a feature that may be unique to our world, drives the recycling of minerals and helps regulate our climate through the carbon cycle. Without this precise and improbable combination of factors, life might never have evolved beyond the microbial stage. We may not be the first, but one of a very select, very lonely club of intelligent beings, separated by distances so vast that communication is a practical impossibility. We are an island of complexity in a cosmic ocean of simplicity, a fragile garden in an endless desert. The silence could also be a deliberate choice. Any civilization advanced enough for interstellar travel would likely be ancient and perhaps wise. They might have seen the rise and fall of countless younger species. They might understand a cosmic law that we are yet to learn. The zoo hypothesis suggests they are watching us, observing our development from a distance, careful not to interfere with our natural evolution. We are an exhibit in a galactic zoo, a protected wilderness area. They do not contact us for the same reason we do not walk into an uncontacted tribe's village and hand them a smartphone and a history book. The cultural and technological shock would be too great, potentially destroying the very culture they wish to preserve and study. The prime directive, a science fiction concept, might be a real and ruthlessly enforced galactic law. A more sobering thought is that they are not benevolent zookeepers, but simply indifferent. Our existence might be of no more consequence to them than an anthill is to us as we walk down the street. Their consciousness may operate on timescales so vast that the entire history of human civilization is but a fleeting moment to them. We are too primitive, too uninteresting to warrant their attention. They traverse the cosmos on pathways we cannot see, powered by energies we cannot measure, their minds occupied with thoughts and concepts that would shatter our own. We are simply and humblingly irrelevant. They do not speak to us because there is nothing to say. Our frantic search for signals is like a single ant waving its antenna, hoping to catch the attention of the humans building a city around it. Our greatest achievements are but children's drawings to them, our deepest questions already answered and forgotten eons ago. The exploration of these cosmic mysteries is the journey we are on together. If the thought of what lies hidden in the great silence intrigues you, and you wish to continue questioning the universe with us, then take a moment to subscribe to CosmoQuest 888 and activate the notification bell. This ensures you are part of the expedition, that you will not miss the next clue we uncover in the vast, silent darkness. The search for answers requires a dedicated crew, and we invite you to be a part of it. Your support helps us to keep scanning the void, to keep asking the questions that matter. The silence is a puzzle, and with every video, we attempt to put another piece in place, to understand the true nature of our cosmic neighborhood and our place within it. Perhaps they are simply too alien for us to recognize. We are searching for a reflection of ourselves, for beings who think and build and communicate in ways we can understand. We scan for radio waves because that is what we use. We look for signs of industrial pollution in exoplanet atmospheres because that is what we produce. But the universe may be full of life that is beyond our perception, a symphony we are deaf to. What if a civilization communicates not with radio waves, but with modulated neutrinos, with gravitational waves, or in ways we cannot even begin to comprehend, using a physics we have not yet discovered? Imagine a life form based not on carbon, but on silicon, thriving in the molten landscapes of a planet orbiting close to its star. Imagine vast, intelligent nebulae, sentient clouds of gas and dust, whose thoughts are slow storms that last for millennia. What if there are beings of pure energy, born in the hearts of quasars, for whom the physical universe is just a shadow? They might be all around us, in the dark matter that holds our galaxy together. a parallel ecosystem that interacts with ours only through gravity. In the quantum foam that underlies reality, consciousness could exist as a complex pattern of information. Their thoughts might span millennia. Their actions unfold over geological timescales. We are like mayflies, living for a day, trying to comprehend the seasons. Their existence is so different that we are simply invisible to them. Our entire civilization, a fleeting flicker in their long, slow perception of the cosmos. Our search is like trying to find whales by listening for birdsong. We are using the wrong senses, looking for the wrong signs, and the universe remains silent because we are not truly listening. The silence might also be a side of a predator-prey dynamic on a galactic scale. The Berserker hypothesis proposes that the galaxy is home to autonomous, self-replicating probes designed to seek out and destroy emerging civilizations. A sort of galactic immune system, or perhaps the legacy of a long-dead, paranoid civilization that wanted to ensure no other life could ever threaten it. These probes would be silent, deadly, and ruthlessly efficient. Imagine a machine, ancient and intelligent, arriving in a pristine solar system. It lands on a moon or an asteroid and begins to replicate itself using the local materials. Then it falls silent and waits, listening for millennia. It listens for the specific unnatural radio signatures of technology, the telltale sign that life on a nearby planet has crossed the threshold into intelligence. Any species that became loud enough to detect would trigger the probe. It would awaken and sterilize the planet with overwhelming force, silencing the new voice before it could ever become a threat. In this scenario, the silence is a graveyard, a testament to the countless voices that were extinguished before they could form a chorus. It suggests that broadcasting our presence into the cosmos is not just a hopeful search, but a suicidal act. The quiet we observe is the quiet of a hunting ground, where the only safe strategy is to remain unseen and unheard. We are the children playing in the dark forest, unaware that our laughter might attract the wolves that have already consumed so many others. What if the aliens are not out there, but right here? Not in flying saucers, but in our own biology, in our own past. The panspermia hypothesis suggests that life itself, or at least its building blocks, came from space, carried on asteroids and comets. But a more radical idea is that an alien intelligence encoded a message within our own DNA, hidden in the so-called junk DNA that makes up the majority of our genome. A message in a bottle that would only be read once we develop the technology to sequence our own genome. Are we a message waiting to be read? Are we a product of their design, a biological hard drive carrying a greeting from our creators, or perhaps a warning? What would be the societal impact of discovering that our own DNA contains a chapter written by another intelligence? It is a startling thought that turns the search for aliens inward. We have been searching the stars when perhaps we should have been looking in a mirror all along. The answer to the great silence might be found not with a radio telescope, but with a microscope. It would be the ultimate Trojan horse, a revelation delivered from within our very cells, proving we were never alone because we were never truly just ourselves. It would reframe the entire history of life on Earth as an experiment, a long-term project of some unseen cosmic gardeners. And then there is the ultimate, most mind-bending possibility, the simulation hypothesis. The idea that our entire universe, everything we see, everything we are, is a sophisticated computer simulation created by a more advanced civilization in a base reality. The reason we do not see aliens is because they have not been programmed into the simulation. Or perhaps they are the programmers, the audience watching our cosmic play unfold. The silence is a feature, not a bug. The laws of physics are just lines of code, the parameters of the simulation. Our consciousness is part of the program, a complex subroutine that gives us the illusion of free will. There would be no way to prove it from within, no way to escape it. We would be living inside a perfectly constructed reality, a cosmic play with no audience we can ever see. Every discovery we make, every law of nature we uncover, is just us learning the rules of the game, exploring the parameters of our digital cage. The silence is profound because the simulation is designed that way, perhaps to see how we react to perceived loneliness, a psychological test on a cosmic scale. Or perhaps it is simpler. Perhaps rendering an entire second complex spacefaring civilization was too computationally expensive for the beings running our world. The cosmic silence is not a mystery, but a resource-saving measure. The scale of the universe itself might be the most simple and yet most profound answer. The distances are so vast, so incomprehensibly large, that even if the galaxy is full of life, the chances of two civilizations overlapping in both time and space are infinitesimally small. A civilization might have broadcast messages of peace and wisdom for 1,000,000 years, only for their signals to wash over a barren and lifeless Earth. By the time we evolve to build radio telescopes, they could be long extinct, their worlds turned to dust, their suns grown cold. Their light, their signals are still traveling, but they are ghosts. We are ships passing in the cosmic night, separated by an ocean of time that is even wider than the ocean of space. The evidence of their existence might be buried on a dead world, a silent monument to a lonely king. We might be the first in our corner of the galaxy, the ones who will break the silence. Or we might be the last, the final, lonely voice before the darkness falls for us as well. The search continues. The silence endures. It is the most profound mystery of our time, a question that reflects our deepest hopes and our deepest fears. Are we alone? Or do we wish we were? The quiet of the cosmos holds its breath, waiting for an answer, and we, for now, can only listen.